Hello, everyone, and welcome to the CDO Magazine interview series. My name is Ernie Ostic, SVP of Products with Manta Software, and we are partnering with CDO Magazine, MIT CDOIQ, and the International Society of Chief Data Officers in a series of interviews. Today, I have the pleasure of talking with Rahul Goyal, Senior Director of Enterprise Data and Analytics at Optum. Hi, Rahul.
Hi, Ernie.
I had the opportunity to listen to another one of your presentations earlier this year, and a very insightful statement that you made is that, quote, AI is not just a singular technology. So many people just, generically use the words AI as a catchphrase. We've all heard it, and I know that AI and machine learning is a key thing that you guys are doing over that Optum that you're leading. So can you describe more what you mean by that statement that AI is not just a singular technology?
Yeah. I mean, end of the day, if you think about, and especially for people who are in the data analytics domain, they understand it's not just like, you built a model and you applied that model and that's AI, right? It's a whole host of technologies under it. All the way from the technologies that collect the data, that aggregates the data, that provide meaning to the data, and then from there being able to describe, go into predictive, prescriptive kind of work in itself. And so when I think about AI is not a singular technology, that's what I basically think about, like the journey to enable an artificial intelligence. I mean, if you take into aspect of your own human intelligence, which is what artificial intelligence is sort of like based out of, to mimic human intelligence. As humans, we absorb a lot of different data points, we process it, we aggregate it to a certain level, and then we apply those to certain situations. That's human intelligence. Similar to that is the artificial intelligence.
You talked a lot about the myriad of technologies that go into it, right? That it's not just AI. At one end of the spectrum, everybody's talking about the kind of professionals that they need. It just dawned on me. Can you reflect a little bit about on of those professionals? Are a lot of them pure data scientists? Are some of them, just analytics specialists? Is it a mixture of everything? Can you describe a little bit of that skill set that's there?
Yeah, I think the biggest ones, it's like when you think about AI, it's not about, just building out a model. I mean, in fact, nowadays you have products or technologies that enables you to, put your data in and run it through different models and give you the best, model for that data. I think the key is, back to my point around understanding of the data, understanding of the business. So you need people who have that domain expertise alongside maybe, a specific skill, whether it's in the, data engineering, being able to, look or build the data that you can build models on, but also have a strong understanding of the data science realm. I think data science, in essence, like people tend to think a lot more around, like, having a good statistical background and being able to apply that to a data and build models. But I think the big piece of still is having very strong understanding around the business and the data itself. And so that's where I think when we look at this entire work, we look at it, across spectrum. And so there is, of course, my big focus is on like driving the end results. And so therefore, like, what is the data telling you, and how do you enable that data to speak for itself or being able to predict things. But there is a lot of groundwork that happens. So typically, like, you will have a lot more folks involved on the the data engineering side, basically, than the data science side, in essence.
Yeah, I've heard lots of people talk about the huge percentage of time that's spent just finding the data that they want to go ahead and study. Not to mention making the data in the right shape, right? Getting it into the right position for those folks to be able to work on it. So lots of different tools and technology there. Related to the folks who are actually doing all that work, there becomes kind of the topic of trust. Can you describe a little bit how data lineage is being looked at or implemented?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big topic, data lineages, and I think when we think about United and Optum, we have a lot of data, and again, data is foundation for our business. And so, as we continue to, I would say, explode in terms of the data that we have and the new data that we are acquiring, and think about a scenario where you're trying to build a longitudinal view of a member, and so therefore not only you now have like a clinical data, but you're also gathering other lifestyle related data for that member. And so having a clear and a good data lineage is very, very critical to the work that is being done, and how the data is not only consumed, but what output is coming out of different processes out of the data. And so we started some of that work a few years back, and we brought in a few different tools and SMEs in building that entire view around data, or basically data lineage. But it's going to be a process, given that at the speed at which we are acquiring new data or making new acquisitions and bringing new data into the organization, both organically and inorganically, it's going to be a work. And so the way I see it is definitely there are tools in the market nowadays that can help you achieve that. But again, end of the day, like, you need people who understand and use these tools in driving your your goals around the entire data governance and data lineage. So I think that's also a key piece to the success of that. And like I said, like, we are in our journey, many-year journey of doing it ourselves within United and Optum.
So thank you, Rahul. And thanks for joining me today, everyone. Please visit cdomagazine.tech for additional interviews, and have a good day. Thank you.